Good evening, everybody. My name is Jose Carreno, and today I'll be going over Chapter 1, Lesson Objective 1.4, The Characteristics of Life. Now, what are the characteristics of life? Well, they are defined as the processes that take place within the body of an organism that allows it to be considered as living. Now, this can include many things such as the metabolism of nutrients or the ability to reproduce itself in some way. An example of this would be a Galapagos Island tortoise. Now, it is considered a living organism because it can reproduce, move itself in some shape or form, and circulate its body fluids. Now, why is this so important? Well, it is important to many people, especially biologists, because it defines what is considered a living organism and what is not counted as one. To be more specific, it draws that fine line. Without them, the categorization of organisms would be harder and more complex. Now, what are some examples of these characteristics of life? Well, for starters, we have movement, a change in body position or body parts. Now, this can include moving forward one step or moving backward one step, or moving your body parts, such as an arm or even wiggling your ears. Responsiveness, a reaction to the change inside or outside the body. Now, a common example of this is pain. For example, if you're struck with a blunt object, your body's going to react by making you experience pain to say, hey, you've been struck with a blunt object, do something about it or you're about to be hurting really bad. But another example of this could be the sun as it's shining down in your face, and more specifically on your eyes. A natural reaction that your body will have would be to make you squint so as to not expose your eyes to a lot of UV rays. Growth, an increase in body size. As you all know, we start out as infants, small in both body shape and body height. Now, of course, as we start aging, we will obviously increase in body size until we hit our peak at the age of around 20 or 21. Reproduction, the production of new organisms and new cells. Now, as I previously mentioned as to why it was important that we were able to categorize organisms, this is why. Because we could, if not for this, we would be categorizing a virus as a living organism. Now, this is not true because although it does reproduce itself, it does it in a way of hijacking a living organism, meaning that it would not be able to reproduce itself in the slightest unless it had a host to be able to force it to do such a thing. In addition, it does not display any other characteristics that would classify it as living. Finally, circulation, the movement of substances in body fluids. This includes things such as your urine in the urinary tract, as well as blood, oxygen, and nutrients. That is all that I have for this presentation, and here on my works cited, of course, thank you to all these websites who have helped me out in this presentation, and I hope you have a wonderful night.